This video is to introduce you to the CK3X mobile scanning computer. It is basically a computer. It operates just like a computer. We have a screen, we have a keyboard. Keyboard has some numeric keys. We have some function keys that we use a lot. I'll show you the shift keys once I show you the powered up device. We have our scan engine, power button. The other thing you'll notice is that some will have role-specific functions. If a specific gun is allocated to a specific job role, it's usually noted here on the gun, and that way when we're retrieving guns in and out of shifts or for the new day, we'll know which guns we can use and what we can't. On the back, you'll see a 4-digit number. It's very important that you understand that if you have an issue with a gun, or you have an issue with a function, or we're not sure how things are certain work, that you need to contact support for, that you use that 4-digit number. That 4-digit number ties back to my ability to know exactly which gun you're having an issue with, and if I need to do something remotely to fix it, or I could simply log into the gun and watch what you're doing, I can do it using that number. The other thing you'll notice here is that there's a little screw hole here. The intermech guns come with a trigger mechanism. The trigger mechanism will allow you, besides the grip, give you the ability to use a trigger to scan it. The grooves on the gun match the grooves on the back of the device. And basically, if you align them, there's a screw here on the end of the gun. If you screw it, it'll seat itself. And then that scanner will become active. Just as a footnote, the blue scanning button would always work regardless if we had the trigger on it or not. Okay? The last thing I'm going to point out before we go to the powered up device is the gun doesn't have a battery in it. This is the battery. The idea behind that is when we're done with the gun for the day or for the night or for the weekend, we should separate the battery from the gun. The chargers are designed to be charged outside of the gun. Okay? The gun is primarily made to be powered up at all times. So if we put the battery in the gun, it may or may not turn on immediately, but it will turn on, or it won't shut off if we have the battery inside it. So it's important at the end of the shift that we take those batteries out. If we're swapping from first shift to second, we would just simply swap batteries and let the other person use the gun. The guns come with spare batteries, and that way we can use one gun for multiple shifts. So here's our powered up device. So what I did was, this is my personal gun. I put the battery in. It only goes in one way, and then I push the button down until that blue button clicks. At that point, this little window here should turn green, which means it's powering up. If it doesn't, you can go ahead and use this little round power button to power it up. Okay? At that point, it will boot up just like a gun. I mean, just like a computer. So it'll go through the Windows startup, and eventually you'll end up at this screen. This is our log on screen. Okay? Every person who has a scanning function should have a log on. There's my log on at the bottom of my computer. Normally what we do is we make the log on an abbreviation of your name. It allows us to know who was logged into the gun, and for certain transactions we know exactly who we're posting what transactions. Okay? The other thing to mention is that when I'm pressing my scan button, you'll see there that it has a white a light in the middle. That's kind of like our aimer. These are imaging scan guns, so anything inside the red would be picked up by the scanner. Probably the most prevalent barcode would be picked up first. The way these work is, if you see the screen here, if I scan my employee badge, what I'm going to do is I'm holding the scan badge down. As soon as I go over a barcode, it shuts off. I did not remove my finger from the scan engine. As soon as it recognizes the barcode, it shuts the scan engine off, and then you can remove it. And then what you'll notice here is that, and it's kind of hard to see, that it took my name and accepted it as the scan data from the barcode. So what I do here is simply hit the enter key. I got my thing here, and I hit my enter key, and it's going to log me in. Okay? It logs me in to the menu dedicated to this gun. Now every job function is going to have different uses for these menus, but the basic navigation for these is if you can use the up and down and side arrows, you can navigate between the menus. The menu that's highlighted is the menu that you would activate when you hit the enter key. So if I wanted to look at the confirmations menu, I would highlight it, hit the enter key, and it would bring me to the confirmations menu. Anytime I want to go back, I hit the F3 button and it'll take me back a screen. I don't get into specific menus in this video. This is just a basic usage video, but basically I would access my menus. Some of those menus will take you to other sub-menus. Others will take us to specific menus, transactions. And if I'm not sure where I am, I just hit F3 until I go all the way back to the main menu. So this is the basic operation of the gun. When I'm done for the day, you can see here F8 is for log off. You can hit F3 back to our main menu, hit F8, you say yes, now I'm logged out. That will unallocate your name to the gun. And then what we simply do is we flip it over, still powered up, and we just pull on this blue button and we pull the battery out and stick it in the charger. And that way the gun is all ready to go for the next shift. If you have any questions about the operation of the gun, you can contact support@pcf.com. Thank you.